Down there, you're looking towards the area where the bridge would be, but it's well out of sight. So at least that amount of water to go again before we get to the bridge. As you can see, compared with last year, the water is well down. Countryside is very parched. That has come to fish with us this time that we met last time we come down. Tells us it virtually hasn't rained since we left. I thought we could have shared some of ours.
Arrived here at 4 o'clock this morning, waited for a couple of hours, started fishing where we left off last year, and 5 or 6 hours into the session, under a lot of pressure from the other water sports activity. Phil started the ball rolling with a screamer of a run, and that's the fish that's in the sack at the moment. And how big was it, Phil?
44.5.
44.5 pounds. Tried your new scales out then?
Personal best.
Yeah, it's a bit bigger than the one you caught here last year.
Yeah, a few pounds, but they all add up. Try and give it light, but it is a weight.
Hey, you look to be struggling with that, Phil.
As we say, it was absolute chaos. Skiers, swimmers, dogs, you name it, they were there. And they were aiming at the markers.
Screamer of a run when it come though.
Run absolutely screamed up out of the blue. We'd only been talking a few minutes earlier saying that even with all that activity, the fish could still come.
Are you going to tell us what you called it on?
3 tutti fruities.
What's that, Rickworth's tutti fruities.
Right, yeah,
another big carp for Rickworth then.
It is indeed.
Rickworth baits. Yeah, mighty fine looking fish.
We went out, I tried to get it from the bank, but obviously it was snagged. Went out in a boat and we literally rode round the snag twice, pulling as hard as I dared on 15 pound. And eventually it did come off, and when we finally got the fish to come to the surface, after quite a long fight, there was half a snag still stuck to the line. It really went well.
Right, let's gonna show us the mouth on him, Phil.
As with the others. Yeah, really.
Yeah. 3 inches odd again. Yeah.
4 fingers without any worry.
Yeah, she's going to turn around so we can have a look at the her board on.
Yeah.
No, head first, mate.
Let's just turn around this way. You can see one of the things on playing a fish. Obviously, well, possibly when the snag was there. You can see here, quite a rough area. Tremendous. Just give it a bit of a clean off. I think we should hang around for a second. Very difficult goldfish this big.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks we're having problems. Right, can you just turn around then, Phil, so I can just pan the video out all over her body? That's it. Yeah, that's a mighty fine looking fish.
Tail. You see where they get the power from?
You can with a paddle like that, you can, yeah.
Right.
The last 40 you put back for me, you said you were so lovely, lass, I don't want to let you go.
Well, I'd like to get back to Britain.
There she goes.
And another 6 days to go. That can't be bad. In fact, we've still got tonight to go.
These are the firefighting planes. As you can well imagine, with the temperature they get over there, they've tremendous forest fires. These come in, land on the water, taking up the water as they land, take off again, and obviously just drop a lot. They're coming in regular as clockwork. This one's just took off the north arm and going overhead. They were doing it for about 3 hours every 10 minutes or so. Following this piece, we'll see another interesting piece of the sort of tool you can get into with multiple rods. A lad called Mike and his wife fishing there. Mike was going to take his missus over to the other side, left his rods out, had a run. I struck it, and you can see the resulting tangle in that piece. Yeah. Got in that, John? Hurry up. That is one definitely disadvantage with this car. Yeah. Yeah, just level close together. Yeah, that's really well. Yeah. Sounds right. What have you done before? Gone out with a boat?
Sorry?
You gone out with a boat before?
No, no. I've only just got the boat, I'm waiting.
Got a mirror, I think.
Where am I gonna?
Oh, there's one back here.
On this side now, eh?
Oh, I'd look at that lot. Alright, little tools, got 3 of them.
Some little stuff, isn't it?
What's happening, you see, I can't get... Where's on the other lines like
Yeah.
That's it. You're actually trying to pull the other lines in.
Yeah.
There's a mess, say the least.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. Where's the line that this is on? Yeah, this one. That's the first one, huh?
Right, that's gone.
Right.
They just caused quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
3 lines in the right mess. But certainly pretty. Unfortunately not my rods, so the other lad's got to sort them out. What is your name, by the way?
Mike.
Mike. What's that name?
Atmere.
Mike Atmere.
Do you know?
Yeah, that's very nice. How many did you only put on?
Some I put 2 on, some I just put 1 on. It depends on. I usually have one rod with 2 on.
Yeah.
And the rest with 1 on.
And most of ours we're sticking 3 on. And all that greedy things like, you know. Well, the fish at this end do appear to be that little bit smaller on average. You see one of the problems. We're right out of the way here, or so we thought. But they found us. What do you actually use as your stop?
I usually use a piece of plastic, small plastic, which I find quite handy.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to tear like grass.
Well, what we've been doing is using bits of egg box. You know, the polystyrene egg boxes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's cut them into little strips. And they do the job quite well.
Myself a tourist now.
Just sink the boat. You using fixed leads or running?
Running, but with a stop.
Yeah, backstopped. Come down late morning dinner time, joined us, fishing over the far side. Well, it has been, looks like it might be moving now. Yeah, he was there. Obviously heading back towards his wife, who he's left stranded a little way over. There she goes. And here comes the absolute essential. Tea. What would life be without it?
Obviously a little bit better, Joe.
Well, I would have thought so, Phil. Yeah. Been a little while now.
You still got the marker?
I don't think so.
No.
I think I might have to cut off and cut the hook through, Phil. I'm trying to avoid it unless you want to.
We can do that now.
I think the hook isn't up too much. There. Good.
Your spares?
No, it's got his.
Those ones you like?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to weigh this fish that Tony's just caught on one of Phil's rods. Looks very pretty towards the tail. Sun beaming down again, and it's still only about 8:30 in the morning. Usual large mouth. Good tail. There we are, looks about
Exactly. 19 1/4.
I can see the 23 and I can see the 19, it's somewhere between the two. See a lot of Tony's head as well.
What do you make that? Those scales.
Now Mr. Smith having a look at the scales and blocking his head in the way.
Over 18.
Is he really?
Right.
Got nice wet feet then.
Lost a scale there.
That's
Colour fish, isn't it?
Thin, nice to look. Yeah,
What's it?
got a hole in the bottom thin.
Is it?
Yeah, just a little, just there, look.
Where we going to
How heavy do you think it is, Tony?
Yeah, 9-ish perhaps.
Yeah, this is our friend Cassien Didier, our French friend, with this first carp of the season. About £8.
Yeah, something for Why? Yeah, because mine is...
Was it good, Cotton? Was it good? Very good.
Very good. On the first one, pleasure.
A pleasure. Your English is very good.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe we catch him well. That is big one. After.
Yes.
The record?
The record, yeah.
10 years.
Very good. Season on the scales. How big, Tone?
Near 5 kilo. Yes, it's just on 10.
Just on 10, very good.
Still better come out here in next and bring it into the line.
Seems to be a slightly better fish this time. Although, by the way it's coming in, it's not that big.
Way over at the moment.
That was a quick bite, Tone, wasn't it? That one had only just cast that out. This has been going on now for, I suppose, 4 or 5 minutes, isn't it, Tone?
I should say just about.
Still doesn't seem to be much sign of it coming to an end at the moment. Phil stood there with a net, but I don't know how close to the boat it is. Now Phil's sitting back down again, so I don't see there's any end to this yet. I suppose it's gone into best part of 10 minutes now. Phil still stood waiting with the net, rod still arced over. Well, this fight's been going on now for 15 minutes or so. And it still doesn't look any nearer to an end than it did 15 minutes ago, so we'll come back to it when it looks to be nearer an end. And it looks like the fight's just coming to an end. Phil slips the net under the fish safely in the net. I suppose that must have took all of 20 minutes. So I think this Mike Howard, or Atwood I think his name was, must be very pleased. He's just landed a small common of about 8 pounds and literally recast and straight away was into this fish, and when they get back to the bank I'm sure we'll see how big it is.
No, it didn't take it. You've got to press it really hard.
Yeah.
This one looks to be quite a nice scattered mirror.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
How many do you want?
Yeah, do one like that for me, can you?
Do anything you like.
One more like that, and then we can weigh him and I'll put him in the sack.
Smacking the kisser.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you do it on yours? Don't be too far away, because I've only got...
Well, what you got?
I've only got the... what's it ones? A Samson, they're in the side pocket.
Go on, you careful.
You look after that then, and I'll...
Yeah. No, just that was a very big line.
Alright.
Yeah, and yours, if yours had got anything like a scale, that'd probably be better.
Well, we're just going to get this fish to weigh it. Moment of truth. I believe this is Mike's personal best.
That's no good. No, no good.
No good?
No, you got this on. Hang on a sec. Fucking hell. It's a personal best.
Yeah. Just over, isn't it? Practically spot on.
I'd give it 20.
Changed my mind, it might be a bit bigger than I thought it was. I'm going to come down there, Phil, by you. Never at any time has it felt really big, Phil.
Yeah.
But it's really hackled. My God, it's hackled.
Can Robbie run another one of those mirrors? Common driver.
Commons, yeah, well, it's certainly hackled. Hackled really well. Well, it's a mirror. It's not that big, though. Oh. Look, yeah, it's probably about 17 or 18 by the look of it. Right, I'm going to pull him in there.
We're as far out on that one as we were on the other one. Yeah.
It's got to be about £12, Phil, I think.
Yeah.
Dumpy little fish. Didn't half give a good scrap. Nice fat little mirror. Have a look at the other side of it. Oh. No, let him go, did it? Well, I mean, the patch looks like a good fish, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it must be. I haven't really had a good crack at it yet, but... Yeah, I did, but you know, that's what I was yeah, it could be close 20, I think.
Right, what do you want me to do?
No,
Get me to that to start with.
22.
Oh, she's getting the guessing game now. Where do you want to go? It's up to you.
We'll go this way.
Go on in.
Yeah, I think this will be a 20, Phil, I think.
That'll be good.
On reflections.
Let's just put down both bags up. Can you see that?
£24.
24!
£2 out.
Now, we've already told you it's a bit hot over here. As you can see, this day it was red hot. But you will find out there's two very good points for keeping this piece in.
Look at the front of it and it's probably switched off.
Right, I'm going
right at the very front.
forward slightly a little bit, that's it. That's it. No, it's videoing.
That's okay, you can do what you like.
Come and take my hat and glasses off now, Tone, so she can see it's me.
For God's sake, put them back on again.
When I squeeze through to take one from the mouth.
Oh, wait, took the hook out, Tone. Can you come and take the hook out for me?
Hold it there.
She's been a good girl, so let's get her back.
I got something in the eyes. I
Not flat ones.
You shouldn't lay them on each other.
Move, I can't see it. No, I think we flipped up the line, I think.
No, it was the line.
Oh, just go.
Yeah, it's the video I'm putting it in.
Oh, it's nasty, isn't it? Come on, stand. Come on.
A bit hot.
No. Very hot.
You could say that and all.
This is hotter than yesterday.
Wednesday today. Wednesday. We're getting fish every day now. Mostly small ones, although there has been 320s. This one's 7 o'clock this morning. Joe just had 2 fish in quick succession, 2 commons, about £10, £12. Had a superb run, and out come this one, £27.12. Took on 3 tutti frutti boilies. Obviously a superb fish. Tribute battle. Fortunately Bob Frosty got his boat near me, so he went out in that. And you can see, the deep bodies fish, Joe had a 24 yesterday. Looks similar, but you know, he just hadn't got the gut on it, I don't think. But obviously we're just hoping now that we can get one of the really big fish in this area. We're just at the beginning of the West Arm. And there's lots of fish leaping all the time, but mostly smaller stuff. But they're going to come that size. That'll do.
There's near enough, isn't it? Sorry, Maria.
Quick look now at Tom's 28 1/4.
Yeah. I'm going to you. Just in case. There's got no photos yet.
No. Well, I've decided to make the trip here after a while. We fished here from Sunday morning, moving around, couldn't really settle. So eventually we came down to one arm of the lake where Phil Smith was and Joe Taylor, and they'd found fish rising. So they didn't mind us tucking ourselves round the corner. And we sat it out for a day and a half and just about decided we were going to move again. We thought we'd give it one more crack in the morning. We sat there, had a coffee. Bob's bleeped. I looked at it. And then mine screamed off. Hooked into it. And I think it's about the best feeling I've ever had from a fish like this. I've hooked off before, but nothing felt as powerful as this. Bob fetched the boat, which is the only real safe way of getting them in, and off we went. And if you didn't know there was a rowboat, you'd swear you had a motor on the back of it. Because it pulled Bob and I all over the place. And if I never catch another fish here again, I certainly won't forget this one. The night before, last night, Bob was a bit unlucky. He'd got a run, got snagged up and lost it. 10 minutes after that, I'd got a run. And I broke off that. Unfortunately, just before we were going to go home, Bob had a nice comment.
And one of our lads, Tony, he's done alright so far for himself. Getting himself some very nice fish. It's been a fairly hectic morning. We've had runs, you know, one after another, and just hoping, above hope, that we can get another one. Started off Saturday with a 44. This bay appears to be full of little fish.
Yeah, we've had a couple of good ones. Oh, hang on. Got it. This is magic. The snags out there, we're taking to the boat straight away. It's proven to be the best way, without doubt.
This is where you missed the dinghy, Phil.
Yeah, that's for sure. Kneel down a bit, Tone, and then if it does slip, you know, it's not so far to go.
The bag underneath, then if
You know, fish
slips, you can drop her onto that.
fish that size can be awkward.
Take your hands there, and as best you can.
Yeah, that's
Phil.
okay.
No, too much hands there.
Right, video wants to put cream in.
Difficult.
It makes the trip worthwhile, Tone.
It certainly does.
Wait.
Somebody tell me, 27.4?
Yeah, it was. Too much hands there for photos. Can't see no fish.
That other one you had, though, it's the opposite, isn't it?
It's quiet.
It's when you put them in a sack, you know, I mean, he's been in a sack for about half an hour.
Let's get it black and white.
Just swing a bit towards me, Tone. That's it. Lovely. Yeah, superb.
It's alright.
Right, no, yeah, don't take it then. Right, go back and take 2 then.
£26 and 27 and a quarter.
Video you want to
Come within about 5 minutes of each other, which can't be bad.
videos is pretty substantial.
Personal best for Tony,
Right, ready?
the French lad with him, did you?
Yeah, close it a little bit, did
50
you?
plus.
Together.
They're going to walk. The video, right. Take one from Jill, he goes in the wall.
Okay, did you? Let him go.
Be alright. I know it's still out there. You start, you set yourself a price and then you end up looking at a little bit dearer. Oh, that's dear. The balcony came out further away. You could stand up there and look down over the living room. And the living room, there was no room above it. It went up into the roof of the eaves above. You know, that cut. I mean, but then superbly done.
Property around it, it's nicely done, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, all it's big beams going across, all stonework inside.
It wasn't huge.
It's not a huge place, 3 bedrooms.
What sort of size, Phil?
Similar. But lovely place.
That's not come in.
Far too nice to get that all time down.
I can think we could
Than in England, yeah. You know, we'd have to sell up in England.
in a place up in England.
Yeah, that would be the thing. I wouldn't want to go home. I really wouldn't.
It's not that, I mean, I could get a job.
You know, they're getting heavier and heavier.
Makes you wonder, doesn't
as
it?
it goes on. We said 20 and then we broke that.
Yeah, I think we've got to give it another 24 hours, Joe.
Oh no, I don't know about that. No, I think we're
Sling.
Yeah. And after another quite good fight,
In the cursor roll, so does he about...
there's another Cassien fish ready for the scales. Phil's just took this one after about 10 or 15 minutes, so that was a good fight. It wasn't an extremely long one.
Yeah, but time to cut that,
He's even tipping the water out. You don't want that little bit of extra weight, look.
Yeah. 30.
Move
your head.
Hang on, I'll just come in on that. Phil. I'm just coming in on it, mate.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah. Well, the scale says 32 through the lens.
Yeah. Which can't be bad.
Look at that colour.
Yeah.
You could see that in the water as it was going round.
Oh, he's different shade.
Yeah, it's got a much fatter belly on it, this one.
His skin's going to lift. But,
Well, we're just about to vacate this swim. And
There is some question of that.
it's done 3 20s and a 30 in the last 4 fish.
Yeah, Phil.
26, 27, 28.
32.
32. Incredible.
This one's second wash. No, get rid of it.
This one's 24. That's why Glenn always...
You can see where the weight is though, can't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a nice fish, mate.
It's dripping on blue.
Seems to me that it's only Phil Smith that catches the big ones.
Can you get back there again, Phil? Just you reckon in a water? I will, wait a minute.
Somebody's shadow stood over that fish.
Yeah, that's what is mine.
Yeah. Can you move a bit to your left, Phil? Just get the oar out. If they want one.
Ah,
A bit of them.
Okay.
what I'm trying to do is get the sun, otherwise you'll get shade on it and it'll look all wrong.
Bigger.
You swing over there, Bob. Oh, you get the boat again. Otherwise you'll get the shade on it.
That's all right.
Right.
I might just get one more. See if we can get a picture of the ground. Close up. Going to be in your way, Joe?
No, carry on.
T'as vu la bouche comme elle... T'as vu la bouche comme elle s'avance quand elle a la tête en bas, quand elle mange. Elle fait des trucs comme ça. Elle s'approche pas, si tu veux. Elle ouvre la bouche et elle aspire.
C'est la bonne brasse
Comment?
que t'as pris?
Oui.
Oh, that's the attention, didn't it?
Everything all set up, all the old indicators went. I had this one £27.
You was a bit worried about that, Bob, because you couldn't go for a meal tonight, could
That's
you?
it, unless I was in the £20 club.
That's good, the 20 club.
I was going to have my tea at the 10. There we go, lovely fish.
It looks a lovely shot from this way, don't it?
Never had a fish bite so hard. I've caught some big carp back home, but never one that caught like this before. Absolutely terrific. How funny.
Can you just swing a bit more, Bob?
Yeah.
The other way?
This way.
Yeah. A bit more. Lovely, that'll do.
That's alright. Went absolutely mad for £27. I don't know what a £54 would feel like.
Or a 62, or a 68.
Or a 62, or 68 and a half, yeah. That'd be something else, that would.
Here we are, morning 7, same as Bob's. This fish followed shortly after Bob caught his 27. It's the biggest fish that I've caught so far in 7 days. And it weighs 32 pounds. It's very, very similar to the fish that Phil landed yesterday. In fact, we're not too sure till we've looked at the photographs if it's not the same fish.
On a bit of string.
But what it was really, Phil just put it in my sack while all you others had gone home, so I could have one this morning, and he hooked it on while we weren't there. Same baits again, 3 boilies. Pretty fish though, an extremely pretty fish. Gold on the tail, nice big scales, very similar to all the others that have been caught. This one, I've got a thing about this, but this one's got the upper cools on it again, look. And that one hasn't, which indicates a spawning feature.
Sure, it's certainly very deep, ain't they?
Yeah. Well, this is very plump. This one. I mean, it looks to be. It's got
Yours is shorter than Bob's.
Yeah. It looks.
Yeah,
it looks
five
quite
pound
heavily
million.
in spawn, in actual fact. But, most of the only few 30s I caught have all been in spawn anyway. So
There we've actually got 27 and 32.
yeah, 27, 32. Perhaps you could say how many 20s it produced yesterday, Phil. I can't.
Five.
5.
20s.
5 big 20s, all
Five
over
big-
26.
5 big 20s yesterday and then these 2 this morning.
Plus a 30 yesterday.
Plus the 30 yesterday.
Yeah. Probably this girl. Anyway.
And 2 20s the day
Shall we
before
walk
that.
back together?
Yes, sir. Righty ho.
Keep together, Bob.
Well, this is the 32 going back. One the worse for the experience, by the look of it.
It's not that way.
You don't know which way the lake is.
Bit disorientating.
There we are, sweetheart. That way.
There we go. I don't think that's why we're taking it.
Bob's more reluctant to let his go.
Look at this deer. Look at that.
I think he'll probably nip off this one, he's a bit more livelier.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
Come on.
Oh,
There he goes.
Come on.
So it's sitting away. There we go.
Back into the weeds.
Well, that's 2 more there we can catch now.
That's it. This is 2 in here.
You were beginning to wonder if there was one yesterday, Bob.
It's true. It's very true, Joe. Smack.
Well, here we are on the last morning of the last day, after being here 8 days. For all we know, it might be the last fish. About 9 o'clock in the morning, just after. And Bob's been playing this fish now for some few minutes. They seem to think it's quite a good fish. Activity on the surface has seemed to cease since it got light this morning. There's the fish just rolled on the top, look. With a net, so one can assume that the fish is close to the net now. And there goes the clutch again. Fish is splashing on the top.
Well, last morning, let's just hope it is one of the really big ones.
At one time, Phil, the rod was right under the boat. Yeah, Bob really powered into it.
Well, that seemed to come in a little bit easier than I would have thought a big one would.
Well, it's in the net anyway. I should think it's not a 20, but we thought the last one that eventually went 27 might not go 20.
Caught very well once we got round near the boat.
At one time it looks as though you was putting the rod under the boat.
Yeah, we went.
What, was you going to pass it to Tom the other side?
Might be about 18 pounds, something like that.
Do you reckon that's fine over red in the plane one? Barker, is it, you think? Or?
Andy Barker, no. Not the same.
Oh well, well done, Bob. Oh, at the top? No, on the back? Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes in England, looking like that. Yeah.
What is the first one that I see? Well, this camera set up.
Right a bit more if you would, Bob.
Just no, don't push the thing in. Switch on the back.
Beautiful
Just switch it on and then press the other button, Tom.
the prettiest I've seen.
We're going to open this up, Bob.
No, we'll put the motor drive on.
Just focus on fire, is it?
Yeah. On the other button though, Tom.
Oh, the other button. Give us one, Bob. Give us a grin for a change.
You don't know what it means.
You can take a few times if you
There's
want.
awful.
Now you got the old sunlight effect back there.
I guess it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and the water.
Yeah, on the water. So if we get the waistling,
It really is a pretty fish, isn't it?
Tip her up, Bob. So we see the scales. That's it. So we got the scales to see.
okay. Oh,
One more bit up, up more. That's it.
There you go. Be careful with him. As long as he drops back.
I never see that. We get a bit more now.
One of our friends here in April,
I can just keep
he had one 15 kilo.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Oh yeah?
Very, very pretty.
Big sky.
Yeah. Very, very pretty.
And the middle.
Yeah. We call scattered mirror.
Scattered.
Mirror. You know, because the mirror scales are scattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
So we say scattered mirror.
Beautiful fish. Just sort of try to eat that white for a sauce.
No. That's 18, that is, or 19.
19 something.
Told you that'd be everything you think for.
18.
18.
What did you say the other side?
9
That's
kilos.
kilos.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
Under 9 kilos.
What's that, 19?
There's no picture showing, but this is just to record the sound. That seems to typify this part of the country. The little tiny crickets. God knows how to make quite such a loud noise, but as you can hear, quite a sound. Queer thing is that they're very difficult to find. You walk round, you can apparently hear where the sound is. You walk across to try and find it, and they're not there. It's almost as though they can do like a ventriloquist act and throw the voices. Or they're not voices in actual fact, it's rubbing the legs or the wings.
Right, that's it then. End of a very successful week. 40 odd fish. 7 of the anglers taking personal bests.
The other lane, so I think we're going to have a bit of trouble this side. Look at that lot. Here we are. It's 11:57 on a Sunday morning. We're still, I think, something like 15 miles from Paris. You can see over in the other lane now.